Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning, I wanna turn on this. Becky quick. While the average man looking at this, it's sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like, buy or sell. I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stock pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot keys. Strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater. Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thought, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and egg, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, she pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, knocked off. and I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and egg, make profits. Light up, watching them gain, make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packets. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? Hey, make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? Hey, make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? Hey, make profits. That TTG money gang, making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo! What's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to 2023. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream, the very first live stream of the new year. Oh, man, am I excited to get this new year going. Hope you guys all had a wonderful new year. Hope everybody had fun. Hope everybody was safe. Hope everybody's relaxed, rested, recharged. Because if you thought 2022 was crazy, you ain't seen nothing yet. I think 2023 is going to be even more nuts. We're going to talk about all of it here today on this live stream, folks. What do we expect of the first trading day or the first trading week of the year? Huge reversal in the futures market so far. In just the last 2 hours, we have done a complete 180. We started up about 0.75%. We're back down all the way down to red now, 0.3%. That's a 1% reversal on the SPY. So the volatility is already showing up in the very first couple trading hours in the futures market of 2023. Man, I cannot wait for the market to open up tomorrow. Welcome, guys. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, but now the current head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group. And if you haven't found out or known by now, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform that is available to the retail trader today. So if you guys are ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the right place. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, we go live right here where myself, other TTG Pro trading moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets and give you free lessons in education and analysis and trade ideas that can help you guys become better traders immediately. So take a moment, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, share this on your own social media. Let's reach out. Let's educate and empower as many retail traders as we possibly can, because 2023, those who are prepared for what is to come will prosper. Send this out. Let's empower as many retail investors as we possibly can. But why should you listen to anything that I say? Who the hell am I? Why does it matter? Guys, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was trained professionally on Wall Street. My very first job right out of college was working at a hedge fund in New York City. And there I went through a 3-month educational training program before they'd let me touch even $1 of their money. Then 2008 happened, and that was the Great Recession and the stock market crash. But that's also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now, fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of True Trading Group, and along with my team of 9 other professional trading moderators and an over 20-person staff, we've helped thousands of traders and investors from all over the world, from all walks of life, from all experience levels and all financial backgrounds, to learn to trade and profit consistently. We are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform because we combine university level trading and investing courses similar to what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. We combine that with premium stock market tools. We do workshops and provide mentorship for stocks, options, futures, crypto, and we cover all styles of trading. At True Trading Group, you're going to have exposure and get access to and learn day trading, swing trading, and yes, also long-term investing styles and strategies. We take that university level education and curriculum, we combine it with today's top trading and investing tools that are worth well over $5,000 a year on their own. If you were to go to these companies directly, Benzinga, Trade Ideas, TradingView, Quote Media, ETNA, you're going to spend over $5,000 a year to get access to these tools. It's a lot of money for someone that's just first starting out. That's why we've spent years building relationships with these companies so we can offer their products on our platform at no additional cost to you. It's all part of your membership when you join True Trading. There's no upsells for this stuff. No upsells for courses, no upsells for tools. It's all included in the platform when you guys join True Trading Group. You're also going to get access to over 10,000 of the TTG members. These are the most active, supportive, helpful, educated, and successful community of traders and investors you are ever going to find that genuinely give a damn whether or not you succeed or fail. And of course, you'll get all the trade alerts from myself and the other professional trading mods at TTG that cumulatively all together have been able to maintain just around an 80% win rate now going on the last 2 years. We're a family at TTG, folks. We leave no trader behind. 2022 was a banner year, and I think 2023 is going to be even crazier. So again, if you are new to this channel, make sure you smash that like button, you subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you guys never miss out on any of these live streams. So for those of you that are all just joining us, like I said, welcome folks to the very first live stream of 2023. I can't believe that it's already 2023. Like I feel like it was just a couple months ago that I did a live stream. I think it was January. I think it also was January 2nd. But yeah, it was January 2nd, 2022. And I told everybody that I was labeling the energy sector as my #1 sector pick for 2022. I told everybody that I had moving funds. We've sold out of all of our tech names. We moved a lot of that capital into the energy space. And it was the best move that we could have possibly done for 2022. I feel like that was not a year ago. I know there's a lot of members in True Trading Group that are on this live stream right now. And you guys can go back. If you missed it, if you're just finding True Trading Group now, you're just finding this YouTube channel, you can go back. It's on this YouTube channel. You can go back and check out January 2nd, 2022, when I told you guys about the energy sector. And that was my #1 pick. And I was going overweight energy for 2022. And I feel like that wasn't a year ago. I know there's a lot of members on this channel that were with me during that time. And there's a lot of members on this channel that took advantage of the energy names for 2022. I mean, hell, you guys maybe just comment in chat if you guys are one of the people that actually were able to scoop up some of those energy names and got 40, 50, 60% gains on those positions this year. Meanwhile, gaining, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% dividends on top of that was just crazy. It was just crazy. I can't believe that that's a year ago. I really can't believe that's a year ago. And I'm looking forward to it because now January 5th, I'm going to be hosting a live workshop with all of my teaching members to talk about what's the game plan now for 2023. What's the move? What are we doing? What stocks are we going overweight in? What stocks are we looking to buy? How do we position ourselves for the first half of the year? How do we position ourselves for the second half of the year? Because I think that this year is going to be a tale of two different tapes. I think the first half of the year, I think is going to look very, very different than the second half of the year. And I've got some data and I've got some history to support that thesis and things that I'm going to share with you on this live stream to kind of get you guys ready for 2023, get you in the right mindset, start getting you understanding what it is that I expect this year and how this recessionary environment that everybody is talking about for 2023, how do we think that it pans out? Because there's a lot of analysts that are calling for a recession, but there's also a lot of analysts that are saying no recession. And they're not just fly-by-night names. They're not just a bunch of nobodies. I mean, one of the top analysts at Goldman Sachs runs Wall Street. Goldman Sachs says, nope, no recession next year. We're gonna have a slowdown, but we're gonna narrowly miss a recession. And it's Goldman Sachs. That's not some small little, boutique firm that nobody's heard of. That's Goldman Sachs. But at the same time, you have people at Morgan Stanley and Merrill and Bank of America and Citigroup and Credit Suisse and everybody's all over the place. 2023, this is a fun fact. This is how crazy 2023 is going to be. You've never in history had a bigger spread in analyst expectations for the end of 2023, the end of a year. So meaning there's never been as big of a gap between like the bullish case amongst analysts, between where does 2023 end and the bearish case for where the markets end. This is this year for 2023, based on analyst expectations going into the year, is the biggest spread in history, where the biggest difference between the bull case and the bear case. Long story short, what does that all mean? It means nobody knows what the hell is going to happen in 2023. That is what that means, because some people are going to be so wrong. Some people are going to be so right. Some people are going to be like, oh, I don't know what the hell happened. We're going to talk about all this stuff here, guys. This is going to be the craziest year. Last year, I coined 2022 the year of the active trader. Okay. The year of the active trader. That's what I said on the January 2nd live stream for 2022, that I believe that the active trader, not that when I say active, I don't mean people that just like sit in front of the computer screen for hours during the day, but just people that are active, people that are going to be able to be long 1 week, short the next, learn how to buy put options, learn how to short, right? So you can take advantage of the volatility that the markets were going to give you. This year, I'm going to coin 2023 the year of the active opportunist, because I believe that you are not just going to have opportunities this year to be actively trading, day trading, and swing trading and taking advantage of the volatility. But I truly believe that in 2023, the people that are prepared for what is going to come are going to be the ones that are going to take advantage of real long-term wealth building opportunities, as I believe you're going to see some valuations reset, and valuations may hit numbers and prices that you may never see for the rest of your life. I also believe that the next wave of unicorns are going to identify themselves. What is a unicorn? Those are stocks that go up 10 times, stocks that go up over 1,000%. Now, the unicorns over the last decade were the big tech names: Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Microsoft, Facebook, right? Meta now. After getting pulverized this year, but let's be real, still generated a lot of wealth for people over the last decade. Those aren't going to be the ones that are going to generate the wealth over the next 10 years. Yeah, sure, the stocks will go back up. I love Amazon. I love Alphabet for the long-term play. How can you not like Microsoft? Microsoft, I think, is probably positioned the best, even better than Apple. And I think that, you could see that, Microsoft could possibly even overtake Apple as far as market cap sometime in 2023 and 2024 to become the most valuable company in the entire stock market. I do think that is something that is very, very, very possible. So there's a lot that's going to be happening, but those are not the stocks that I believe are going to be the ones that are going to give you 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000% gain potential like you got in those names previously. And there's going to be a whole new wave of companies that are going to do that for the next decade. And those are the companies that I am looking to buy a ton of this year. That is what 2023 is going to be about. 23 is going to be about the next wave of unicorns. And every single time you've had a recession, it has set the stage for the next bull market where the next wave of unicorns blossom. Every single time. Every single time what grows out of the recession is where the most money is generated and where like the true leaders of industry really start to separate themselves from the rest of the pack. That's why I'm so excited for 2023. So if you guys are watching this live stream, congratulations, because that means that you've made it through the pandemic, you made it through World War III, you made it through the global economic collapse, record inflation that was never going to come down, $15 per gallon gas prices, and wait a minute. The pandemic's over. World War III didn't happen. The global economy has not yet collapsed. Inflation's peaked and is on its way down. Gas never reached $15 a gallon, but has come down significantly since its highs in 2022, all while the basis point hikes at the Fed are beginning to slow down, and the jobs market during all of that still remains strongly intact. Now, in fact, I'm willing to bet that the vast majority of people that are actually on this live stream right now are either employed and or have options to find a good job. I understand there are extenuating circumstances that prevent this for some people, but that's why I said the vast majority, not everybody. Look, the point is that we were all sold a false bill of goods in 2022. We were told that the world was ending. We were told there was the Lehman Brothers moment, and guess what? We're all still here standing. This is why you never bet on the end of the world, because it only happens once. Don't ever bet on the end of the world. Because when the end of the world actually does happen, it doesn't matter what happens in the stock market, because your money's useless. We got to learn how to, make fire with twigs and live off canned food in the woods. Okay, so don't ever bet on the end of the world. It only happens once. So to everyone that's on this live stream, I got one question for you. Are you ready for the year of the active opportunist? This year, 2023, is going to be different from 2022. In 2022, it was all about the active trader, right? Massive volatility with only a few chances at long-term investing. You only had a few chances of long-term investing. Matter of fact, I added to my long-term portfolio only twice in 2022. I still have money on the sidelines that I'm waiting to deploy. As long as you were active in 2022 and use the volatility as an ally while employing proper risk management, you had a fantastic chance to make money to balance out the decrease that you were experiencing in your long-term portfolio, your 401ks, your IRAs. But now in 2023, I think you're going to have a chance to build real wealth via long-term investments. And only those that are actively participating in the key opportunities while this level of volatility still exists, in my opinion, are going to be able to gain the full benefit from it. That's why I'm calling the 2023 the year of the active opportunist. Opportunity is not presented to you on a silver platter. Oftentimes, periods of great opportunity feel like periods of great distress. I mention this so you all know that I believe the stock market is going to continue to crash in 2023. I do not believe that the bear market is over. Okay. The crash in my opinion, has the potential to take us down to lows of anywhere between, I don't know, 320 to 340, somewhere in that range. I would say 320 down on the low end, 320 on the high end if things go well, 340 if things kind of putter out. I would say down around maybe 320 is very, very realistic price area that we can get to on the SPY. Now, does that mean that we don't just go to 330 and bounce, or that maybe we go to 315 and then bounce? I don't know. Okay, I don't know what the exact low is going to be, but that is the area that I'm going to be looking to deploy the rest of the capital that I have sitting on the sidelines from all of the money that I raised in the end of 2021. You just go back and watch December of 2021 or September, October, really, is when I first announced I was selling to my long-term portfolio. Again, it's all right here on this live stream. So all the money that I raised during that time period, that money is now going to have to start to find a home again at significantly lower prices than where we sold everything at back in the end of 2021. Okay, so I don't know where the exact low is going to be, but when we get into that range, you're going to see me do a lot of buying. You're going to see me do a lot of buying in my long-term portfolio. Okay, I'm saying I believe that we see around that 320 to 340 area, that zone, before the market really bottoms and then begins to move back up over the longer term as we enter what will be the next bull market. And there's a return back to normalcy in the stock market. The volatility that you've seen in 2022, and I think you're going to continue to see for the first half of 2023, it's not normal, right? It's not normal to see the SPY move 10 points in a single day. Okay, to see the SPY go up and down 2.5%, 3% in a day, that is not normal volatility. Eventually, that volatility will subside, and you're going to revert back to a state of normalcy, which is what's normal. Normal is the S&P 500 going up around 9 to 11%, okay, per year. That's the average return for the S&P since inception. Taking into account all the up years, all the down years, all the crashes, all the bear markets, all the bull markets, taking into account everything, the average is around 9, 10, 11% per year. Now, eventually, you're going to revert back to that mean after you got tremendous and intense volatility between 18, 19, 20, 21, and 22. The volatility goes all the way back to 2018, honestly, when the Fed first tried to raise interest rates. Then 2019, they cut interest rates back down to zero. Then 2020 was COVID. Then 2021 was tremendous amounts of stimulus. Then 2022 was inflation and tightening of monetary policy. And then 2023 is going to be the realization of an actual recession. I said the R word. That R word should not scare you. It doesn't have to scare you. Okay? Everybody hears the R word and they automatically think 2008. 2008 is the worst recession that we've ever had. You don't have to be assuming that it's always going to be the worst of the worst. I think it's going to be a mild run-of-the-mill average recession. And I believe it's not going to be severe because I believe the labor market is too strong. The labor market's too out of balance. Yes, it will soften. I know that. It has to. Yes, unemployment's going to go up. Yes, job openings are going to go down. Yes, jobless claims are going to go up. All of that needs to happen in order for us to return back to a state of normalcy. The downward movement in the market, in my opinion, obviously, downward movement in the market, that's what I think is going to happen here, is also going to bring other stocks down with it. It's not going to feel good. I'm telling you all this right now. It's not going to feel good when the SPY gets down to 340 or gets down to 330. It's not going to feel good. And you're going to see every single media outlet put out the worst of worst headlines. Recession, ... more like depression. Get ready for that headline. Get ready for 30% down move, maybe 50, 75, question mark. Like, get ready for that type of content. That type of content is how media outlets get your attention. And that's how media outlets make money. They don't make money by giving you actionable information. They make money by getting your attention, whether it's a view or it's a click, to read an article or to watch a video. And the surefire way to get you to watch or read a piece of content is to scare the crap out of you. Fear is the strongest, easiest emotion to take advantage of. They are not stupid. The people that put out the article that says stock market's going to crash 80%, I assure you do not actually believe the stock market's going to go down 80%. But they're going to come out with an article or a video to get you to watch it, Hopefully it'll get 1 million views or a million clicks or whatever it is, and they're going to take home a check for $10,000 or $20,000 for that piece of content, and they're going to do it again and again and again and again. And while they line their pockets by fueling your fear, you are going to be draining your pockets by missing out on some of the best long-term wealth building opportunities that you're going to ever see. Don't fall for it. Don't get distracted. Don't let someone else's manipulation allow them to generate income while you miss out on it. It's all a game. Understand who you are playing against. It's all a game. Be ready for it. I want to remind you all of something. And for some, maybe you guys didn't know this. But I want to pull up a chart of the SPY for a second. Because there is one, over the last 2 recessions that we have had, there is one very distinct pattern. And when I say it's a distinct pattern, I'm not talking about the actual candlesticks. I'm not talking about the actual shape that is generated. I'm talking about psychology of investors. There is one, and whether you agree with my, I'm sure there's people on this live stream that are like, nah, stock market's going down 80%. That's fine that you think that, okay? I hope you're wrong, okay, that the stock market's going down 80%. I'm not going to be waiting for it to go down 80%. I'm going to be buying it once we're down around 30, 35%, not next year, but 30, 35% from the all-time highs that were put in around 480 on the SPY. Okay, I'm not looking for an 80% decline in the stock market. If you are, you know what? I don't have to say, I hope it doesn't go down 80%. I'll just tell you now, it's not going to happen. And you're never going to be an investor. You're never going to buy any of the stocks that you want to actually buy. You can tell me, oh, well, hey, I'm going to sit my order down at 200 on the SPY and I'll see you when we get there. And I'll tell you, I'll see you when the SPY's at 500 and you're never going to get your entry down there at 200. That's going to be what I'll tell you now. If I'm wrong about that, I'll come on in a year from now and tell you that I was wrong about it. But I'm pretty confident I'm not going to be. But that's besides the point. Let me take you to the charts and I want to show you guys something real quick. I want to walk you through every single stock market crash that we have experienced over the last 2 decades. And I want to show you one similar instance between recessions, and then I want to show you a similarity between crashes as it relates to the S&P 500 specifically. So the first thing that I want to do for you is I want to go back and I want to explain to you, why don't I believe the stock market's going to go down 80%, right? So I'll go over that first. Then I want to go with you something that is a reoccurring theme in the overall stock market the last 2 times we had a recession. And if you are one of the people that thinks we are going to have a recession next year, it is very, very important that you pay attention to what this pattern and what this reoccurring opportunity looks like, because it is exactly what I think is going to happen again here for 2023. Let's first talk about why I don't think the market's going to go down 80%. And for that, let's go to the charts. Let's talk about the SPY. Every stock market crash that you have experienced, I mean a true stock market crash, okay? The worst that you've ever seen in the S&P 500 specifically. We're not talking about the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ is a much more isolated and niche index that is going to be very, very, very heavily tech related. Now, that index has gone down more than 50% during the dot-com bubble because it was filled with all of the internet stocks that 95% of them actually went bankrupt and their stocks went to zero. So the NASDAQ actually went down about 75% from the all-time high in 2000 to the eventual dot-com bubble bottom of 2002 to 2003. The NASDAQ actually went down about 75%. Okay, so you have seen that in the NASDAQ, but you've never seen that in the S&P. Okay, because the S&P is going to be the true stock market. It's not just tech, it's everything. It's tech, it's healthcare, it's financials, it's energy, it's utilities, it's communications, right? It's consumer staples, it's consumer discretionary, it's it's real estate, it's every single sector of the stock market. And if you go back throughout history, and I'll just take you through history, we'll go down and walk down memory lane real quick, and you take a look at the dot-com bubble. Right? This is the dot-com bubble. There's the pop. Okay, here's the internet boom. There's the dot-com bubble bursting. And if you look at the all-time high in 2000 and you take it all the way down to the eventual stock market bottom of 2002, which is the world's greatest double bottom, by the way. If you ever want to take a look and see what does the world's greatest double bottom look like, it looks something like this. Bang, bang. That, my friends, is the world's greatest double bottom, and that is the world's greatest higher low. Okay, so that is literally the market's greatest double bottom in history is the double bottom that was put in place in 2002, which set the bottom of the dot-com crash. But if you look at that crash, the stock market went down, the S&P specifically, 50 to 55%. Okay, between 50 to 55%. Now, that was a complete disaster of a recession, right? The dot-com bubble bursting. Let's fast forward now to 2008. 2008 actually coined the Great Recession, the worst recession that we've had, 9.5% unemployment in 2009. Then you had the foreclosure crisis in 2010, when everybody that lost their jobs in 2009 foreclosed on their homes in 2010, and real estate prices really kind of hit bottom. Even in that situation, where many of you may not know this, and this is when I was working at the hedge fund in New York City, I was on Wall Street, and when you had people on Wall Street committed suicide, people that I actually knew, people that I actually went to happy hours with on Wall Street back in 2007, when everything was happy-go-lucky and the market was marching back to all-time highs. Okay, that's how bad it was in 2008. You were 48 hours away from going to the ATM and the bank telling you, I'm sorry, we don't have your cash. That's how bad things were in 2000. That was a global financial crisis where the entire financial system almost crumbled from beneath us. That is not the situation that we are in today. The financial industry and the financial system is 10 times stronger today than it was back in 2008. And the Federal Reserve made sure of that after putting tremendous amounts of regulation in after the 2008 crash and the financial crisis. Okay, there's a lot of regulations been put in place and a lot of rules that banks need to follow so they don't get themselves in the situation and position like they were to become insolvent like in 2008. But again, besides the point, 2008, the point we're getting at is everything that could have possibly gone wrong went. And that's how you got a severe recession, just like the dot-com bubble. And even during a severe recession, the S&P 500 only went down between 50 and 55%. So there's two examples over the last 2 decades that you can point back to say, when the worst possible scenarios unfold, when everything that possibly could go wrong does go wrong, the S&P 500 goes down 50 to 55%. That is my benchmark. I will use that benchmark in my investing career for the rest of my life. That's my backstop. That is the risk that I look at whenever you have a real stock market crash. Now, it's also very important for you to know that every time the stock market crashes and every time you have a recession, the market doesn't need to go down 50, 55%. Those are severe recessions. But throughout history, you've had many recessions that were just regular recession. They weren't severe. And the average stock market decline of an average recession is about 30 to 35%. Severe recessions, 50 to 55. That's why I'm sitting here now telling you today that in the event that everything that possibly could go wrong does go wrong, and let's say I'm wrong, and let's say we have a severe recession, 50 to 55% decline, that's my backstop, not 80. Because you go back during the worst recession you've ever had in history, and the market went down 50 to 55%. At some point in time, you will get central bank government interaction that will stop that bleed. A lot of people say, well, this time it's different because there's going to be no free money that's going to come to the rescue. You're wrong. Even if something like that were to happen, the governments are not, and central banks are not just going to sit back and just, the Federal Reserve is going to keep interest rates at 5%. Well, unemployment skyrockets to 10, and they're going to sit there and going to keep interest rates at 5%. They're not. They'll then start to move interest rates if things start to break, which you actually don't want that to happen. You don't want the Federal Reserve to cut rates next year, because the only way the Fed cuts rates next year is if things really start to fall apart. You don't want them to. You want the Fed to raise rates, stop, inflation comes down, the economy slows, labor market comes back to balance, and then the economy sustains. Even if you have a mild recession, the economy can still sustain and you don't get a complete crack. That's what you want. You don't want them to cut rates next year, because the only way they cut is if something is starting to break. So you don't even want that. Point is here, folks, that's why I don't believe the markets go down 80%. But now let me take you back to the pattern. What is the recurring theme that has happened the last 2 times that we have had a severe recession? or the last couple times that we've had a recession in general. And I don't count 2020 as a recession. Oh, we can also go back to 2020. 2020, global pandemic, right? Global pandemic. The world is ending. Zombie apocalypse. The market only went down 35%. From peak to trough, 35%. Now, to be fair, the Federal Reserve stepped in and they saved the day and they completely reversed the market. Otherwise, the market probably would have gone down a little bit more. But 35% when you had, your most recent stock market crash. And then 2018 was another stock market crash, about 20%. Okay. But the point is I'm making with you, every time the stock market has crashed over the last 2 decades, 55% on the S&P 500 specifically, that's been the worst case scenario. So that's my backstop. Let's look back at the other recessions that you have had. And let's look at what that pattern is. I want you to really recognize this pattern because this is exactly the type of analysis that I have going into 2023. This is exactly how I believe the market is going to unfold. Let's go back to the dot-com bubble first. And what's the one thing that we start to notice? You have a massive bull market, multi-year bull market where the market just absolutely explodes. Then the wheels fall off. Okay, the wheels fall off in 2001. Okay, here's 2000. Here's 2000. 2000 is kind of a flat year. Okay, 2000 is kind of a flat year. You don't really have too much happening in 2000. So there's 2000, right? 2001, the wheels fall off and the bear market begins. The bear market begins. Everyone gets scared of the recession. And then what happens in 2002? You get follow through to the downside. Then the markets bottom in 2002. And then you begin the new uptrend in 2003. So what just took place? Massive bull market of expansion. You get the wheels come off. People fear the recession. The recession hits. You get follow through to the downside the very next year. You could actually look at 2000 and 2001 and you can say, wow, this actually looks really freaking similar to 2022. You sold off in the middle of the year and the beginning of the year. Then you had the Russia invasion low get put in. The markets rallied back into the summer. Then the market sold off and crashed in September, and you made new lows in September, and then you bounced back into the end of the year. Is that not exactly what we just did in 2022? Let's go back and look at 2022. It's literally almost identical. 2022, you sold off in the first part of the year. You then bounced, okay, sold it off to make new lows in September, and then you bounce back into the end of the year. Very similar price action. But let's go back to 2001. So 2001, the wheels come off the bull market. There's the bull market. The wheels come off in 2001. You get the follow through in 2002. Markets bottom, and then you get a new bull market is formed. Okay? New bull market has formed. Then what happens in 2008? 2008, you're coming off a bull market, okay? You have this stale 2007, just like you had a stale 2000, right? Where the markets were, up or down just a couple of percentage points, no real movement. And then the wheels come off in 2008. Everybody fears the recession. You get the follow through the very next year to make new lows. And then what happens? The new bull market and the new uptrend forms. So these are the two previous real recessions that we have had. You had a raging bull market for several years. That raging bull market for several years stalled. Recession, wheels come off. Follow through the next year, new bull market ensues. Stall, wheels come off. Recession, follow through the next year, new bull market ensues. So how does this now all relate to 2022 and 2023? Well, let's talk about it. Okay. You have raging bull market. Okay. The wheels come off in 2022. People fear the recession. And if I'm right, you get follow through the next year. Markets stabilize in that second year with the follow through to the downside, right? You get follow through to the downside, markets stabilize, and then what happens? New uptrend ensues from there going into the end of 2023 and into 2024. So that is the same exact, what I think happens in 2023 is the exact same pattern that happened during the 08 recession and the dot-com recession. So if we're going to have another recession, that price action is exactly the same price action that took place in 08, 09 and in 01, 02. And you may get the exact same price action in 22 and 23. This is why I'm telling you that 2023, in my opinion, is going to be the year of the active opportunist. Because during 2023, if the market does sell off and we break 2022's low, which I believe we do, it's going to feel really crappy when that happens. It's going to feel like the market has completely given up. It's going to feel like everyone that said the market's going to go down 80% was right. And you're going to panic. You're going to look at your 401k and you're going to want to sell before you think you lose everything. When you feel that way is the exact moment you buy. When you are scared you're going to lose everything, that is the exact moment that you buy. Famous quote from Warren Buffett, be greedy when others are fearful. I assure you there's going to be a lot of fear next year. Control that emotion. Control it. Don't make emotional decisions. Make fundamental, make logical, make analytical decisions. Traders and investors that trade and invest based on emotion make mistakes. And people that make mistakes lose money. There's probably a lot of people on this live stream right now that in 2020, when the market was crashing, panicked and sold. And if you're one of the people that panicked and sold in 2020, and again, I'm not a Monday morning quarterback. All of my analysis is on this YouTube channel. You can go back to March and April of 2020. Every live stream, I'm saying, I am buying, I'm buying, I'm adding, I'm buying everything I get my hands on. This is the best investment opportunity of my entire life. I was young in 2008. I didn't have the money then that I have now. I was in my early 20s, fresh out of college, working on Wall Street. Yeah, I was making good money, but I was still in my early 20s. I had just started. I didn't have the type of capital that I have now to take advantage of a stock market crash like you had in 2020. In 2020, I bought everything I get my freaking hands on. Go back and watch the YouTube videos. They're on this channel. Don't just take my word for it. Go back and actually watch it. See what I was saying during those moments. I bought everything I could possibly get my hands on. Those stocks all went up over 100% just a year and a half later, right? That was the best investment opportunity of my life so far. But now I believe you're going to get another opportunity for the markets to reset, for that valuation to reset. Now, does that just mean that the market just goes roaring back to all-time highs in 2024? No, I don't think that we're going to. But individual stocks can. And the list of individual stocks that I'm going to be buying in 2023 are the list of companies that I believe are going to be the next wave of unicorns. After every single one of the stock market crashes that you saw, after every single recession that you saw, every single one of them, a new wave of unicorns was born out of the ashes that were the 08 crash and the dot-com bubble crash. If you are someone on this live stream that does not have a long-term portfolio, or maybe you have one, but it's nowhere near the size that you would like it to be, 2023 is your chance. You want stocks to go down. You don't want 2021. 2021 was so stupid. Okay, you have companies that lose billions of dollars, but trade at a $200 billion market cap. Like, what? 0 sense whatsoever. Okay? The companies that are trading at 300 PE, like it's the dumbest valuations I ever saw in my life in 2021, which is why for the first time in my life, I sold in my long-term portfolio. But I'm not getting ready to sell now. I sold in 2021. 2023 is not a year to sell. 2023 is the year to buy. Just be patient. Wait for it. Keep a level head. Tune out the noise because there's going to be a lot of it. But the people that are prepared will be the ones least distracted and the ones most ready to benefit. I have 2 questions for everybody that's on this live stream right now. I want you to type the number 1 inside chat right now if you would like to make millions of dollars trading and investing. Type the number 1 if you would like to make millions of dollars trading and investing. If that would be something you would love to be able to accomplish, just type the number 1 in chat. Seriously, don't be shy. If that's the case, type the number 1 in chat right now. If you'd like to make millions of dollars trading and investing, just type the number 1. It's not a rhetorical question. I'm not kidding. I'm being serious. Type the number 1. Look at all those number 1s. No surprise there, right? Who's going to say no? Who's going to say, no, I don't want to do that, right? No surprise there. You see all these people that are typing the number 1. Okay. Now, here's a different question. And I'm going to wait a little bit because I know there's going to be a big delay with all the people that are typing number 1. I got about 1,400 people on the live stream right now, guys. Welcome, all of you. If you're just tuning in, you're just joining us, welcome. We're getting ready and we're getting prepared on what the analysis and what my game plan is here for 2023. If you guys are new, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you smash the like button, turn on notifications. We do these lives 6 days a week. And why should you listen to me? Guys, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I began my career working at a hedge fund in New York City. It's my first job out of college. And then 2008, received the Trader of the Year award during the stock market crash. Have since become the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group. So welcome everyone that is just tuning in and just joining us. So that wraps up all the number 1s. Now here's my next question to you. Type the number 2. If you already knew that the vast majority of people build their wealth and make their money during bear markets when a stock market crashes, type the number 2. Again, if you already knew that wealth and money is made in bear markets, type the number 2. If you already knew that, type the number 2. Because see, the thing is about bear markets, you make your money in a bear market. You just don't know it at the time. You just don't know it at the time. Because the whole concept in the stock market of making money is what? Buy low, sell high. That's what everybody says, right? Oh, buy low, sell high. So bear markets is your chance to buy low. The recession is your chance to buy low. Look at all these number 2s that are coming in. A lot of number 2s, but far less than the number 1s. And I assure you, all the people typing number 2 right now are most definitely True Trading Group members. I can assure you that. We talked about this a lot. During bear markets, during stock market crashes, okay, that is when wealth is actually generated. That is when people make their money. They just don't realize it at the time. Okay, there's several reasons for this. First, stocks move down a lot faster than they move up. So percentage gains from like shorting or buying put options are actually much higher for people that are actively trading that volatility. Second, some of the best companies on planet Earth go on sale, giving people like you and I and retail traders and investors around the world a chance to buy them at, honestly, not premiums, some of them even depressed and discounted valuations. This way, when the next bull market comes, and believe me, it's going to come, as it always does, what follows every single bear market in history? A new bull market, and the cycle resets. Okay, so trust me, you're going to have another bull market once this bear market is over. You'll be positioned properly and don't need to be buying at the highs in order for you to get yourself into the market. Retail investors make the same mistake over and over and over again. The markets crash. They go, oh no, it's not a good time to be in the market because stocks are down. Then they wait years. The stock market goes back to an all-time high. And they say, oh wow, stocks are at all-time highs. That must be a good time to be in the market. I'm going to start investing. That's the exact opposite of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to buy low and sell high. Retail investors do the opposite. They buy at the high, then the markets crash, they sell at the low. And retail investors just continue to give their money away, and they hand their money to wealthy people that do not need any more money, but they just continue to give them their hard-earned money. And it's the greatest transformation of wealth that you'll ever see. Stock market crashes are the greatest transfer of wealth you'll ever see, because the best of the professionals sell first. The rest of the professionals sell second, which causes the crash. Then retail sells last, and that's the bottom. And who's the first people that buy? The first people that buy are the best of the professionals. Then the rest of the professionals buy, and that starts the new bull market. Then the retail investor comes in at the very top, and then they buy at the top. And that is usually where the top of the market gets put in, and then the cycle repeats itself. And because the psychology of the retail investor is completely ass backwards. And my goal here at True Trading Group is not only to prepare members of True Trading Group and also viewers of this YouTube channel to change that psychology. And rather than have you being scared of a stock market crash, I want you to begin to be excited for a stock market crash, because that is what will give you the opportunities for you to actually be buying in your long-term portfolio at low prices, just like you saw in 2008, just like you saw in 2001, right? The markets bottomed in 2000. The crash happened in 01. The markets bottomed in 02. The crash happened in 08. The market bottomed in 09. The crash happened in 22. The markets, in my opinion, bottomed in 23. And then you get a few years of that slow, steady upside, like you saw after 02, 03, like you saw after 08, 09, and like I think you're going to see after 22, 23, where the markets then go back to their normal 9, 10, 11% slow, steady climb. Many of you may not know this. I bet you don't. The only way you know this is if you've been on this live stream before and you've heard me say it. Did you know the stock market went up 20% in 2009? I bet you did not know that. 2009, the heart of the Great Recession, 9.5% unemployment. Stock market went up 20%. I bet you didn't know that. But it went down 15, 20% in 2009 first, and then rallied all the way back to be up 20%. I bet you guys didn't know that. That's after being down 38% in 2008. That's the point, though. The point is that the stock market bottoms in recessions, not before them, not after them, which is why I don't believe that the bottom is in right now in 2022, just like the bottom was not in 2001 and the bottom was not in 2008, because the market doesn't bottom in the very early stages when people are scared of the recession. It bottoms when you're actually in the recession. And the markets don't recover once the recession's over. The market recovers while you're still in it, because the market's a forward discount looking mechanism. It doesn't price in where we are today. It prices in where we're going to be 9 months from now, a year from now, 6 months from now, right? It looks into the future. So the markets are always going to bottom in the recession. And by the time you realize, and the rest of the world realizes, recession over, the market bottomed months ago, which is why when you are at the moment where fear is at its peak, that is when you need to muster up the courage and begin buying stuff. That's what I'm doing with my own money. You guys can take that for whatever it's worth and whatever you think that it's worth. That's what I'm doing with my own money. And 2023 is going to be the year of the active opportunist. Also, bear market rallies are volatile, meaning huge runs to the upside before they eventually come back down, giving retail traders the opportunity to literally double dip by making money both ways. As a retail trader, you can actually learn, if you're swing trading or if you're day trading, I mean, you can be catching, these bear market rallies are wicked, man. You can have 10, 15, 18, 20% rips to the upside, and then the market turns back and rolls back over. It happened in the 2000s. There were several 10 to 20% rallies in 2001, 2002. There were several 20%, 10 to 20% rallies in 2008. There were several rallies that you had between 10 and 20% in 2022. And don't be surprised if you see another one, maybe even another two. But while the bear market is still firmly intact, which I believe the bear market is still firmly intact. Ultimately, here's my 2023 game plan in a nutshell. We're going to use this volatility while it still lasts in order to build capital. In the first part of 2023, okay, I believe that you're going to see that continuation sell-off to the downside. We're going to use that volatility to actively day trade and swing trade and build more capital to stash up cash and prepare and stash those gains for the long-term investment opportunities that I believe will be here around the second half of 2023, if not even sooner. And when these opportunities arise, we will be ready to strike, giving ourselves and our families what I believe is going to be the best, most real chance of building long-term wealth. A lot of the companies and stocks that you loved so much in 2021 that were so insanely overvalued, you just didn't know it at the time because you were just getting involved in the markets and didn't really know anything about valuation. You were just focused on, oh, well, Mambo Jam's Kitty Cat on Reddit said, hodl, diamond hands to the moon. So you just held the diamond hand to the moon, but you didn't really understand how valuations worked. Now, hopefully, you know better. Okay? Now, hopefully, you're realizing the people you were listening to for the last 2 years led you to slaughter, okay? And now it's about time that you actually get real professional education so you can start making the right decisions in 2023 instead of the wrong ones in 2021. And probably, I'm not sure, depending on what happened in 2022. That's my goal. That's what I really think is going to be the opportunity here for 2023, which is why I'm calling it the year of the active opportunist. But I warn you, I say this, I've said it, I'll say it again. I warn you now. At times, this year is not going to feel good. It's not going to feel good. But opportunity in the stock market doesn't feel good. Real wealth building opportunity is not the mother of all short squeezes. It's not looking at HKD up 1,000%. That's not what real wealth building opportunity looks like. Real wealth building opportunity is when you are able to invest in your 401ks, your IRAs, so that you can build wealth for your family over the next 3, 5, 7, 10 years. And the best opportunities for you to do that is when stocks are going down, which is why it's not going to feel good. So you better be prepared for it. Whether you got to pop some Dramamine for along for the ride to avoid the motion sickness that's going to come with the continuation of this crash, I'm telling you now to be ready for it. At times, you're going to be afraid to invest. But remember, you have to be greedy when others are fearful and be fearful when others are greedy. And right now, everyone is scared of a massive recession that, in my opinion, is not going to happen. Now, I did not say no recession. Like I said, I believe we're going to have a recession. I just believe it's going to be just a mild, moderate one. I don't believe it's going to be 2008, 2009. I believe the jobs market is going to soften. Unemployment's going to go up. Job openings are going to come down. But that's needed to happen in order to return ourselves back to normalcy. 3.6, 3.7% unemployment is actually not normal. The 30-year average unemployment rate is around 5%. Again, another statistic that many of you probably did not know. But you need these things to happen in order for inflation to really come down. And I would trade a recession to bring inflation down any day of the week. And so will any economist, and so will any central banker. It is much, 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 much harder to control runaway, unanchored inflation, which we do not have right now. Inflation right now is still very, very anchored. Long-term inflation expectations remain anchored. Once they do not remain anchored and it starts to run away and inflation expectations begin to run rapidly, that is a far bigger problem than a recession. It is way easier to bring an economy out of a recession than it is to get runaway inflation back in the bottle. Ask any professional, ask any economist, ask any central banker, they'll tell you the exact same thing. If I had Jerome Powell sitting next to me and I said, hey, Jerome, shoot me straight. Would you rather have a recession or inflation become unanchored? He would not even hesitate. He would tell me, I'd rather have a recession. Now, they're not going to say that on national television, but get him in a closed door room, 100%. They'd all have a recession rather than runaway inflation. That's why it shouldn't scare you. Runaway inflation should scare you. Not a recession. 2023 should excite you. Inflation is coming down. It has to come down a lot more, but it is coming down. Okay? Again, folks, when the dust settles, okay, despite all the fear tactics from the media, we will emerge prosperous. I truly and genuinely fear that. Just like everybody was panicking in 2020, I was in there buying everything I could possibly do. When everybody was freaking out, I was buying. Turned out to be the best investment decision of my life. Next year, when everybody's freaking out, guess who's going to be buying? This guy. Agree with me or not, this is what I do. I come on here and I tell you exactly what my analysis is, and I tell you exactly what I do with my own money. And that's that. Being greedy when everyone else is fearful is not easy. It requires a backbone. But guess what? All of you that typed the number 1 before, when I asked you, do you want to make millions trading and investing? That does not happen by accident. It doesn't happen in a vacuum. It doesn't happen under what you deem to be the right time or the right conditions or the right environment. It happens when you decide to take action, and it does not happen a moment before. This year has been incredible, okay? It's been absolutely incredible. A handful of some examples, the opportunity this year. I mean, I can just go over just a couple of them with you, like the year of the active trader. I mean, some of these moves that you experienced this year, guys, like from a day trade perspective, I just went back and I looked at some of my biggest percentage gain trades on the entire year. And I'll give you guys like percentage because, obviously, I have a large account. So for me, I might make more money on depending on if it's an individual stock trade or if it's an option trade. Like if I was to be in a stock that goes up, I'll make more money on that than I will an option that goes up 100%. because my position size on the stock trade is going to be so much bigger than it would be on the option trade, right? So it's all relative to your account size. But I'll break it down to percentages for you, because percentage doesn't matter if you have $1,000 in your account or you got $5 million in your account. Percentage is percentage for whatever it is that you guys are using, right? So day trades, right? 175% gain on puts in January, 102% gain on puts in April, 81% gain on puts in May, and then HKD, 83% in one day, which is actually probably my biggest dollar gain on the entire year, because again, my position size is much bigger long individual stock than in an option, because of just the risk reward that's involved when you're managing risk trading options. It's different managing risk trading options than managing risk trading stock. And that's something you'll learn as a member to trading group, instead of really trade options while managing your risk, instead of YOLOing options and blowing your account up on 1 or 2 losses. There's ways that you need to manage that risk. We'll teach you that as a member to trading group. And then swing trades. Swing trades this year were just unbelievable. You know, January puts on the SPY held overnight 166%. February, 3-day hold on puts, again, 209%. February, again, a 4-day hold. I'm sorry, a 5-day hold, but that was actually counted the weekend. That was 114%. Then we had Mullen. Yes, I actually did trade Mullen this year for a swing trade. Entered on March 15th, exited on March 21st, 100% gain. And again, that was a huge dollar gain, because again, on the stock, I'm in a much bigger position size than in an option itself. And then when you're looking at, obviously, last swing trade, that was the big one, was October 21st, exiting October 25th, 112% on call options on the SPY, actually. But that's the type of volatility, that's the type of opportunity that you had, okay, throughout 2022, right? All that volatility, all those active trades, and you guys go back during those dates, you can watch the live stream, and we go over the trade and we talk about the trade setup and the analysis and everything else you can learn from those trades. I want to get into that now. That's not the point of this live stream, is not to go back and talk about the trades of 2022. That's not the point. But the vast majority of members, okay, in True Trading Group, even in 2022 when the stock market was crashing, the vast majority of them, they're making money, they're becoming better traders, and they're excited for 2023. They're not scared. They're not nervous. Many people on this live stream right now, I can tell you right now, you have very different groups of people on this live stream right now. You have members of True Trading Group that are excited and foaming at the mouth to hear about the opportunity that's coming. And then you have other people that are not members that are probably watching this live stream because they are scared and they don't know what to do, and they're looking for answers. What group or category do you fit into? If it's the one that's scared, you need to do something about it to remove that level of fear and uncertainty and doubt, and turn it into a strength. Turn that weakness of fear into a strength of excitement and preparedness, which is what members of True Trading Group are. Members of True Trading Group, guys, the time for members was not perfect. Their finances were not perfect. Their lives were not perfect. The time they had available was not perfect. They took a chance on change, because if nothing changes, then literally nothing changes. As a result, they're making money, they're becoming better traders. And watch, I'll show you this. Members of TTG, real quick, if you're a member of True Trading Group, type the $ right now if you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders in 2022, and now you're excited for 2023. If that is you, type the $ in chat right now. Now, anyone that's on here that's not a member, we got about 1,300 people that are on this live stream, many of which are not members. If you're not a member, I want you to pay attention to how many people are typing the $ in chat right now. You're not going to be able to count them, because that's how many people that I know are going to be typing the $. If they can do it, so can you. Something special about these people. These people have all the same excuses that you've had. Okay? Full-time job. Okay? Full-time job, small account, lost money in the market before, scammed by some other group, no experience, but now they're making money, they're becoming better traders, and they are excited about 2023. And I think that's the biggest key. They're making money and they're excited about 2023. They're not scared. Folks, welcome to the first live stream of 2023, the year of the active opportunist. We have a fantastic live stream in store for you guys here tonight. We've already been going for an hour, but I've got a great live stream in store for you guys. We're going to kick things off, honestly, with an open Q&A session, because I know there's a lot of questions that people probably have going into 2023. I'm going to open the floor up for a Q&A. Okay. Then we're going to be moving into my game plan for this week. And by game plan, I very specifically mean how I intend to make money. We had a wild futures session in the first couple hours of the futures market. I mean, wow, volatility galore in the futures market. So what does all this movement in the futures market mean right now? As we were up 0.7, 0.75, we went all the way down 0.3, 0.35. Now we're back to down 0.15. Okay, so really some whipsaw action in the futures market. How do we plan on making money here for the rest of the week? It is a short week, but we're going to roll out the game plan and how we plan on making money from it. But before we go any further, I actually have to welcome Clint. Clint is the newest member of True Trading Group. Everybody welcome Clint, guys, the newest member of the family. Welcome, Clint. Wow. Clint's not wasting any time. Clint's like, man, I am pumped. I am motivated. I'm excited. I'm tired of being scared of what people are talking about for 2023. I'm doing it. I'm pulling the trigger. I'm joining the TTG family. Clint, welcome to the family, brother. That means we've got 20 laptops still left before the night is over. Look, guys, before I actually start that Q&A session, we're going to do an open Q&A. You guys can ask me whatever is on your mind. And before I get into this week's game plan, I want to inform all of you that tonight is the absolute last night to save 54% on the True Trading Group membership before we move to the new 2-pay system. Right now, the cost to join True Trading Group is $2,212, but we are offering a 54% discount when you go to ttgoffer.com and you manually enter the coupon code TTG121. It'll drop the price from $2,212 all the way down to just $1,000 for the entire year. When you sign up tonight for $1,000, you are literally securing the $1,000 price point for life. So next year, when it comes time to renew your membership, it'll only be $1,000. Now that's a big deal because 78% of all of our members renew their membership. So when you lock in the $1,000, you're locking. It doesn't matter. The membership is $2,200 next year. You'll only pay $1,000 to renew when it comes time for your membership to renew. Okay. This is also extremely important because as of tomorrow, the price of True Trading Group's membership is going to be $2,000. And in order to sign up, you're going to have to put $1,000 down, and then you'll pay another $1,000 6 months later. That is going to be our new 2-pay system. That allows us as a company to charge what True Trading Group is worth while making it still affordable for anyone that wants to get started with us. But that is tomorrow. This is tonight. This is right now. And right now, you guys can save 54% and lock yourself into that $1,000 price point for the entire year by going to ttgoffer.com, manually enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. Also, anybody that signs up tonight, we want to make sure that you get 2023 started on the right foot. So you're going to receive a brand new free laptop. It's going to be either an Asus, HP, Dell, or Lenovo laptop, and we cover the shipping. We ship anywhere in the world. You live on planet Earth, we're going to get you that free laptop. You do not need to enter your address at checkout. After you sign up, you're going to receive a welcome email from us with instructions how to claim the free laptop. And as an added bonus, to really get you started on the right foot for 2023, you will be getting, anyone that signs up here tonight, a free one-on-one mentor session with either myself or any one of the other professional trading mods at True Trading Group. TTG is like the Netflix of trading communities, folks. We are as well 5-star rated on Trustpilot with almost 1,900 reviews. You pay one price, $1,000 here tonight. You get access to the core of everything that we have to offer for the entire year. There's no upsells for courses and tools ever. With your TTG annual membership, you're going to be getting access to our entire 22-course professional curriculum. This is a simplified version of what I learned when I worked at the fund in New York. Maybe, Joe, you can post a link in the syllabus. You guys can click on this. You'll see for yourself what you're going to get access to as a member, all the different topics and courses. There's no upsells for courses. You pay the $1,000, you get access to every single course we have. There's no VIP courses that cost more money after you join. You also get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed and Squawk Box feature. That's over $1,000 if you go to Benzinga directly. It's included with your membership when you join TTG for just $1,000. TTG is a platform. It is not just some Discord and I'm going to bless you with my trades because I'm the world's greatest trader. It is an entire platform that is designed to give you access to professional education and also give you access to professional tools that can help you make better decisions, but not break an arm and a leg okay, and charge you $5,000-$6,000 a year, which is what it would cost you if you went to these companies directly. We spent years building relationships with these companies so we can put their products on our platform so you don't have to pay for them. You get Quote Media's full book level 2. You get Trading Views charting software. That's like $600 a year alone right there, the charting software. You get a simulator from ET&A that lets you practice trading stocks, options, crypto, and futures with fake money. So you can prove you can make money in the simulator first before you start trading with your hard-earned cash. Please. That simulator is just under $1,000 if you went to ET&A directly. It's used at Cal State University, Fullerton, Berkeley Haas, University of Wisconsin, Whitewater, Illinois Tech, and a bunch of other universities across the country. It's included with your membership. You get the Trade Ideas scanner. That's another few $100 a year. You get our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow. You get analyst ratings on any stock, insider buying, insider selling data, short data, a social sentiment scanner, a trading journal that tracks all of your trading activity and breaks it down so you can see what you're doing wrong. All of this is included at no additional cost to the $1,000. Of course, you get the chat room where the mods and I share our screen. You get our mobile app. So if you can't be in front of your computer, the mobile app has you covered. You can see the screen share, listen to the audio commentary, and most importantly, get real-time notifications whenever our moderators enter or exit trades. That way you guys can follow along with everything that we are doing inside of chat, even if you're busy working a full-time job and you're not in front of your computer. There's 10,500 members of True Trading Group, many of which don't have the time to sit in front of their computer screen for hours upon hours. That mobile app is how our members with full-time jobs are still able to benefit from the opportunities that are out there in this market each and every single day. The next 20 people to sign up for a membership by midnight tonight will save that 54%. You'll get a brand new free laptop. You'll get a one-on-one mentor session. Again, to claim this deal, open a new web browser right now. Go to ttgoffer.com. The price will say $22.12. Manually enter TTG121. Click apply code. The price will drop down to $1,000. Just check out and you're good to go. As long as you see a laptop on the checkout page, that's how you know you are getting one of the last 20 spots that are available before midnight tonight. Whatever happens first, 20 spots go or midnight. Whatever happens first. Okay, we're also going to extend this offer to all current and past trial members, as well as all past TTG members that want to come home. But if you are a current trial, a previous trial, or a previous annual member, you have to send a text message to 786-505-4049. The phone number is right at the bottom of your screen. You have to text that number so we can whitelist your email so the coupon code can work for you. Also, if you have any questions at all about the membership, about me, about the platform, about anything, text that number at the bottom of your screen, 786-505-4049. Just text us. We'll be happy to answer any questions that you guys have. Everyone else, open up that web browser, go to ttgoffer.com. The price will say $22.12. Manually enter TTG121, click apply code. That brings the price down to $1,000. Check out, you're good to go. If you see a laptop on the checkout page, that means you're getting one of those 20, but now it's 19. We got to welcome Jason. Jason, welcome to the TTG family, the newest member of the TTG family. Guys, I'm telling you, this is not going to last till midnight. Once we get under 10, these are going to fly. Once the laptops run out, folks, that is it. Go to ttgoffer.com, enter TTG121 coupon code, click apply code, you're good to go. And last but not least, I do not want to forget this. When you join True Trading Group, folks, I put my money where my mouth is. Anyone that joins True Trading Group gets a double your money back guarantee. So if you join True Trading Group tonight, you'll pay $1,000. As long as you go through our courses, pass our quizzes, and attend one study group. We do a study group every Thursday. I'm asking you to attend one. If you do that and are still unable to make back the $1,000 membership fee, that's what it costs you to join. If you can't make back $1,000 at least once during your membership, I'm going to give you back $2,000. I'm dead serious. It's a double your money back guarantee. I stand behind the platform that we have created. I see the results that members have, and I can offer you that because we've only had to refund 2.6% of True Trading Group members dating back to 2016. 78% of our members renew their membership. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot with actually almost nearly 2,000 reviews. I see the results that members have. And I have no problem offering you double your money back. You can keep the laptop. You're going to get a free laptop if you join here today. And if you can't make $1,000 back at least once, I'll give you back $2,000. And you keep the free laptop. Just send us a text message, guys, if you have any questions, 786-505-4049. There are now just 19 of those spots remaining. Again, if you see a laptop on your checkout page, that is how you know you are getting one. All right. Now, let's get down to business. I said I did want to start things off with an open floor blanket Q&A session. Okay. I want to open things up with a blanket open floor Q&A session. So start typing your questions for me in chat right now. And then Joe is going to, TTG Joe, back-end Joe, is going to put them up on the screen. We'll do this for about maybe 20 minutes or so. And then we'll move into what my game plan is for the rest of this week. All right. So if you guys have any questions at all for me about anything, you go ahead right now and you type your questions in chat, and we'll throw them up on the screen one by one. So go ahead, folks. Begin typing your questions in chat right now. If we break lows of last year, what do you think about buying leveraged ETFs, TQQ, UPRO, SOXL? Okay, Matt. Very important. Everybody listens up about these leveraged inverse ETFs. Okay. Very, very, very important that you guys pay attention to what we're going to talk about. All right. You could go after these ETFs. Okay. You could go after these ETFs. So like TQQQ, if you want. I don't have too much of an issue with that, but here's what I do have an issue with. Okay. If you are going to try trading or investing in like those leveraged inverse ETFs, okay, if you're going to do that as like protection, I know you're talking about, hey, what do you think about just buying TQQQ, right? Inverse and leverage ETFs for like protection for the opposite side. I know that's not exactly what your question's asking me, but it's important that I address it, and it made me think about it. When you look at like an inverse ETF where you're like, okay, well, if the SPY is going to go down, then I'll just buy this inverse ETF. I'm just going to hold it. Don't do that. The inverse ETFs are not direct inverse on a total cumulative basis. They are direct inverse day by day. So you can't just sit there and say, well, I think the SPY is going to go down, so let me go and buy this inverse leverage ETF. I'm just going to hold it. Because if you have like a 3 times leverage, right? So if the SPY goes down 1%, then this should go up 3%. But it's day by day. It is not in continuum. It is day by day. So if the SPY then goes up 1%, it'll go then down 3%. It's not a rolling tally. Those ETFs will tend to decay down to 0, and then they'll have to do a reverse split. Then they'll decay down to 0. They'll have to do a reverse split. They are not good long-term investments. You are not supposed to hold those ETFs, the inverse leverage ETFs. You're not supposed to hold them for an extended period of time. Okay, you're not supposed to hold them for an extended period of time. All right. So I think that is something that is really important that you have to get out there. So I would much rather see people go ahead and buy, just go ahead and buy shares of the QQQ itself. If you want to buy the index, right? If you want to buy the index, go ahead and do that. But like, that's the problem with like an SOXL, right? Like these leveraged 3 times ETFs, you're better off just going ahead and buying the SMH, which is the actual ETF. I know you can buy less shares, but it's percentage is percentage. So yes, it might be a smaller percentage gain, but it'll be a smaller percentage gain on a larger amount of money than a higher percentage gain on a lower amount of money by you going after those other ETFs. Okay. I hope that helps, Matt. I think that's something that's really, really important that people don't necessarily sometimes understand about those leveraged ETFs. Guys, we got to welcome Sharon. Sharon's the newest member of the group. Everybody welcome Sharon. Now we're down to 18 spots. That's it. 18 spots now remain. Everybody welcome Sharon. Remember, as long as you see the laptop on your checkout card, that's how you know you're getting one. Just go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop to $1,000. You see the laptop, you're good to go. You guys don't have to enter your address to get the free laptop. Okay, you're going to get a welcome email after you join with instructions how to claim that free laptop. All right. If you have any questions, 786-505-4049. Don't hesitate. Text us. Okay. Phone number is right there at the bottom of your screen. So yeah, Matt, I hope that helps answer your question. Next question. Would you sell your long-term portfolio now? I would not. So you also have to think of it this way. I sold my I'll show you guys on the chart where I sold my long-term portfolio. This is where I started. Right here is when I started selling my long-term portfolio, and I sold into that entire move. Okay, so right here is when I announced on YouTube and into the True Trading Group family that every day the market was green going forward, I was going to be selling in my long-term portfolio. So I basically sold out of my long-term portfolio into this move that you see here in October, right? I'd say I was done by the end of October, right? So by the end of October, I was done selling my long-term portfolio. Okay. So it's easy for me to sit here and say, hey, no, I'm not selling because I'm actually looking to be a buyer right here. So this is where I'm looking to buy in my long-term portfolio for next year. It's going to be inside this region right here. And we're just going to basically rinse and repeat, right? Like liquidate here. And then I took some of this money, I went into energy and I became overweight energy, which was the right move in 2022. Chevron, Exxon, Occidental, Marathon, Devon Energy, Pioneer, ConocoPhillips, right? That was the right move. Overweight those names. They've been phenomenal performers for us this year in True Trading Group. Have since taken profit off on those stocks. I still own them, but have since taken profit off on those names just to raise more cash and then just to be deploying that capital. And I did add some money in my long-term portfolio. Here this year, a very small amount. That was my first little nibble. I took a much bigger bite in my long-term portfolio on June 17th. Okay, that was a bigger bite, and I still have capital left. So there's the sales. Here's a small entry. That's a bigger bite. And then here's going to be another big bite in my long-term portfolio. We got to welcome Michael. Michael's the newest member of the group, folks. We have now down to just 17. Okay, we're down now to just 17 of those laptops and spots remaining. Remember, this is the absolute last night to get the 54% off. It's $1,000. That's it. And then tomorrow we move to the 2-pay system at True Trading Group, where the membership will be $2,000. You'll pay $1,000 when you join, and then you'll pay another $1,000 in 6 months. That starts tomorrow. Today, it's just $1,000 for the whole year. That's it. And you get a double your money back guarantee. Now, listen, I don't think you need it, but again, it's there for peace of mind. It's there to hold us accountable, right? You guys are joining True Trading Group with one intent: to help you guys make money, to make better decisions. If we fail you in that process, then you should get your money back. And I'm going to go one step further to say, I talk a big game on these live streams. I know I do. And I'm going to actually give you another $1,000 for wasting your time. You put up 1,000, I'll put up 1,000. I think that's fair. There's so much BS out there, like in this industry. And people are like, oh, I have some special secret. Follow this one special pattern or this one equation, or 10 minutes a day can make $1,000. It's all bullshit. Sorry. If you guys, I try not to curse in these live streams. I know some people have their kids around. I do apologize if you have your kids around. That one kind of slipped out, but I don't mind backing that up. Like, I really don't. I'll give you guys double your money back. If you can't make $1,000 back at least once during your membership after doing those 3 things, I'll give you guys back $2,000. That's a deal. I don't think you need it. We've only had to give it to 2.6% of our people, right? But it's there. It's there for peace of mind, and it's there to hold us accountable, which is something that I don't think there's enough of in this industry nowadays. Right? We got to welcome Janet. Did I welcome Janet yet? No. Did I welcome Janet yet? Nope. Okay. Janet, welcome to the family. We got to welcome Janet. Janet just came through. Janet is the newest member of the group. We're down to now 16. Guys, I'm telling you, these are going to go. Tonight's the last night for it. 16 of these spots left. Remember, when you go to ttgoffer.com, if you see the laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know you're getting one. That's it. You see the laptop? There it is on the screen. Look, right there. Highlight it. Hey, Joe, can you go back up and highlight the laptop? Right there. See it right there? If you see that, you're good. That means you're getting one. There's 16 left. And don't do like Joe did and put the wrong coupon code in. TTG121. Click apply code. Price drops to $1,000. Joe, I'm hype. I don't know, man. I'm picking on you today, bro. I'm sorry. I can't help it. TTG Joe is in the background today, guys. TTG Joe is producing. Adam is stuck on a plane, by the way. Members of TTG, Adam is stuck on a plane. All right, so I want to make sure I just let you guys all know that. We do have to welcome now Mark. Mark is the newest member of the group. There is 15 spots now remaining. 15 spots remaining. Everybody welcome Mark. Guys, these are going to go quick. Once we get to 10, they're going to fly. So everybody welcome Mark. Again, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. All right. Yeah, guys, Adam was flying back from the Bahamas, and his flight was delayed like 3 or 4 hours. So he actually, I think right now, last I checked at like 8:30, he was actually online for customs. So all right. So we have everybody welcome Mark. I'll keep you guys posted with Adam. He's texting me with updates, but around 8:30, he was online at customs, and he's actually FaceTiming me. He's probably watching the live stream. That's probably why we're live, Adam. We're on the live stream. Adam, guys, here's Adam. He's still on the plane. Everybody say hi, Adam. You're still on the plane? Dude, look at this. Oh, well, let me go, man. I'm live. I don't care. I don't want to look at your. Okay. Okay, so this is the line for customs. Adam is still stuck on the plane. All right, Adam, I'm going to go. We're educating people. It's 2023, man. We don't have time for delayed flights. Hi, Sarah. I love you. I know. I'm sorry you're stuck on this plane with Adam. All right, later. All right, so guys, so Adam is stuck on the plane. All right, Adam is stuck on the plane. So I'll keep you guys posted as Adam is dealing with all of this. I'll keep you guys posted. But like I said, if you guys want to join the TTG family, for those who don't know who Adam is, that's my business partner and co-founder of True Trading Group. We were supposed to do a big giveaway today for members, but if Adam is not off that plane by the time we're done, we'll do it tomorrow. Because I don't have the software for to spin for the names. Adam does. So I'll keep you guys posted if Adam gets off that plane in time. All right. So there we have that. So again, Mark, welcome to the family. Guys, let's go back to we got to welcome Dallas now. Dallas, welcome to the TTG family. Speaking of Dallas, I'm a Cowboys fan next week. I'm a Giants fan. Let's do everything we can do to make sure the Eagles do not win the NFC East. All right. Welcome, Dallas, to the TTG family. There are now just 14 of those laptops left. Okay, 14 laptops. I watch. There's a whole bunch of people from Philly and South Jersey right now that are like, oh, I was going to sign up. Now, F this guy. Welcome, Dallas. Welcome to the TTG family. 14 spots left. Again, guys, you see the laptop. That's how you know you're getting one. Okay? Send us a text message, 786-505-4049. All right, 786-505-4049. Everybody welcome, Dallas. Just 14 spots now left, guys. All right? So let's get back to the questions. Sorry about that little interruption with Adam. We hope he gets off that plane there quickly. But guys, one more time, type your questions in chat. I'll take maybe one or two more questions, and then we'll dive into what is my plan for this week as the futures market has now gone back to green. A wild futures session here today, folks. Wild. Up 0.75, down 0.35, now back to 0.03 green. Unreal. This volatility is still very much here, folks. This volatility is still very, very, very much here. So go ahead, folks. Keep typing those questions in chat. With more downside coming, in your opinion, can I start to nibble into blue chip dividend plays right away and save majority capital for new lows, or just wait until new lows, best buy zones for ads? Michael Turner, excellent question, bro. Excellent question. And I love where your head's at, because my advice, and honestly, if you ask any professional, go ask any hedge fund manager, like anybody that manages money for a living, right? Anybody that their job is to make money in the stock market. Any single person that you ask will all give you the exact same answer to: do not try to pick the bottom, right? Do not try to pick the bottom. Like, I'm sitting here now, right? And I'm telling you that I think the markets go lower. So then you're like, well, then Mike, why did you buy at 3,600 when the SPY was at 360? Like, why did you buy when the SPY was at 360 if you think the SPY is going to go to like 330? And folks, the answer for that is very, very simple. It is way more important for the long run that you get invested than it is you catch the bottom. And in the event that I'm wrong, right? In the event that I am wrong, what if the markets don't make a new low? What if Tom Lee from Fundstrat is right? What if Bill Belsky from BMO is right? What if the analyst from Goldman Sachs is right? What if Jim Liebenthal is right? What if those people are right? What if I'm wrong? I'm not so arrogant to the fact that, oh, I'm just always right and everyone else's opinion means jack. No. One of the biggest mistakes you can make in the market is ignoring the other side of an argument. When you become so fixated on your belief that you don't even give the time of day to another person's opinion, you're in a dangerous place, because that's when you refuse to admit when you are wrong, and eventually you will be wrong. You're not just going to be right every year, every month, every week, every day. You're not just going to be right. Nobody has 100% win rate, right? Like, you're going to be wrong about certain things, and you can't allow yourself to get destroyed on the times that you were wrong. You have to allow yourself to accept the fact that, okay, I was wrong about that, acknowledge it, and now adjust. You can't just only make money when you're like, nope, that's it. This is what I believe. I'm not doing anything else, because if you ignore the other side of the argument, you are screwed. You're screwed. Now, I'm going to position myself to try to catch 330s, right? Like in that area. I'm going to try to position myself down there. But what if I'm wrong? Because if I'm wrong and the market never gets to 330, let's say the market goes back to 350 and double bottoms. What if, okay, so let's say here's my buying zone, right? Where the square is. Well, what happens if we do what we did in 2002 and we put in the mother of all double bottoms? And what happens if, like, maybe to start the year, what happens if we do this, and then we do this, and then we do this, right? Like, what happens if this stuff starts to happen? And then you do this, and then you do that, right? And then you do this, and the market does this, and you're like, oh, yes, here we go. Here's my chance. Here's my chance. But then what happens if the market double bottoms? And then what happens if the analyst from Goldman Sachs is right and we don't have a recession? What happens if Tom Lee is right and the market goes back to 4,400, 4,700? I'm sitting here and I never bought a single thing. And now, a year later, the stock market's back to here. And now what do? Do I buy up here? Or do I wait for another pullback? Like, what do I do? Meanwhile, you're missing out on all of that generation, all of that wealth building by getting involved down at these levels, which is why you saw I bought at these two areas right here, but I still have cash waiting to be deployed at lower prices. This way, if I'm wrong and I never get this entry and I never get this price, I'm still invested in something. So when I start adding to my portfolio during a crash, I actually hope that I'm wrong with the first part, because I want the lower price and I save capital for the lower price. So I actually hope that I am wrong because the first buys are smaller. Well, that June 17th buy was actually a big one. Okay, I bought a lot, but that's because this buy, I actually went into a lot of the recession resilient names. And again, you guys can go back and watch my live stream from June 17th. Literally, June 17th, 2022, on the live stream. I was like, okay, guys, I'm adding my long-term portfolio. I bought a lot of the recession resilient names. I bought like General Mills. I bought Pepsi, right? Like I bought a lot of the recession resilient type names. And a lot of those stocks are now up to all-time highs. So that was my like, hey, I think we're going to have a recession. So let me start to buy the recession resilient names. You take a look like General Mills, beast. Beast. You take a look at that. You take a look at Pepsi, right? Beast. These stocks are up at all-time highs. Meanwhile, the market's getting smacked, right? So it was a much bigger buy here. But the next wave of selling, I'm not going to be buying the recession names. The recession names I bought in June because I thought we were going to have the recession and investors are going to flock to those, which they did. Those stocks are already up 20, 30, 40%, right? I'm not going to be buying those next year. Next year, the recession's already going to be here. It's too late for you to go and start buying those stocks. I'm going to start selling those stocks once we're officially in the recession, because once you come out of the recession, you don't want to be owning those names, right? You want to be back into growth stocks. And what I would be looking for coming out of the recession is going to be the next wave of growth, which in my opinion is going to be what? The next wave of unicorns, and again, I'm very vocal about this. I'm not going to give you guys in this live stream like my full list. That's for TTG members specifically, but I'm very vocal. I love Snowflake. Snowflake for me is one of the companies that I'm going to try to buy a lot of next year, because I believe that 5, 7, 10 years from now, that stock, that is the type of stock that can give you the 1,000, 2,500% gain over the next decade and be one of those unicorns and generate wealth for shareholders that stick in it with for the long run, like you saw in Microsoft, in Meta, in Alphabet, like that type of generational wealth that gets built from people that hold for a long period of time. I believe Snowflake is one of those companies. I believe 10 years from now, we're going to be looking back at Snowflake. It's going to be a major component in the S&P. It's going to have a huge weighting in the NASDAQ. It's going to be a beast, right? That's what I believe. So that is one of the names, and that's what I'm looking to buy next year. So, Michael, I hope that helps answer your question. I love where your head's at. Scale in on the way down, bro. Scale in on the way down. Don't try to pick that exact bottom. It's damn near impossible to pick the exact bottom. We got to welcome Lamar. Lamar is the newest member of the group, guys. Lamar is the newest member of the group. Speaking of Lamar Jackson, free agent, my Giant fans, what do you think? Do we go with Daniel Jones? Do we sign Lamar Jackson? I say stick with Daniel Jones. Use that cap space to go buy receivers. That's what I say. Lamar, welcome to the family. It is a pleasure to have you part of the group. Welcome to the family. Welcome. But that, folks, means we're down to just 13 spots. We're down to 13 of these spots left. After midnight tonight, all these 13 spots go. Whatever happens first. We switch to the 2-pay system, right? So right now you can get a 54% discount. You pay $1,000 for the whole year. That's it. $1,000 for the whole year. All of our courses, all of our tools, the one-on-one mentor study session with one of our pro traders, get yourself started on the right foot, and the double your money back guarantee, the free laptop. It's all there for you guys. Go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code, price drops to 1,000, check out, you're good. You don't have to enter your address. You'll get a welcome email after you join, okay? That welcome email will have instructions on how to claim the free laptop. We got to welcome Ingrid. Ingrid, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the family. Everybody welcome Ingrid. That means we're down to just 12 of those laptops, guys. 12 laptops now remain. 12 laptops, that's it, 12 spots. Hurry up. You see a laptop in the checkout page. Once we get to under 10, that's it. These are going to fly. Use the laptop to trade with. Use it for work. Give it to your kid for school. Sell it on eBay. I don't care. It's worth like $300. Put it back in your trading account. Whatever you want to do with it. Use it to pay off your credit card for the $1,000 on the membership to TTG. Do whatever you want with it. It's yours. It's free. All right. So welcome, Ingrid and family, newest member of the TTG family. All right, folks. One more question, and then we got to get down to my game plan for this week. How are we going to make some money? One more question, then we'll talk about the game plan. What happened to all those smart hedge funds never deploying their money in 2022? When do you expect they do then? Alden, I'm not sure exactly what you mean. No hedge fund will ever be in 100% cash, ever. So when you know what, maybe Alden, you may be referring to, maybe there were times during last year where I said hedge funds are in too much cash. I assume that's maybe what you're talking about. Okay. I assume that that's maybe what you're talking about. But hedge funds, when they're fully invested, they're in about 5% cash. That's considered fully invested, right? You'll never see a hedge fund in 100% cash. They'll have to, they'll always be in something, right? Like, even though like, perfect example, the market went down this year, but if you were in energy stocks and consumer staple stocks and healthcare stocks, you're killing it, right? Like, yeah, the market went down, okay, but Chevron didn't, Exxon didn't, Occidental didn't, General Mills didn't, Pepsi didn't, Caterpillar didn't, Deere didn't, United Health didn't, AbbVie didn't. It depends what you own. So you're never going to have a situation where hedge funds are just in nothing. There's always a bull market somewhere. You just got to know where to look. Okay. And when will hedge funds start going in much heavier in cash? Hedge funds will go much heavier in cash once you're officially in a recession, because once you're officially in the recession, the market starts to price when you're out of the recession, and hedge funds are going to want to have their money in growth stocks when the moment comes that the Fed cuts rates. When the Fed starts cutting rates, which whether it happens at the end of 2023 or if it happens at the beginning of 2024, whenever that time comes, that's when hedge funds are going to start to move out of the safer stocks and they're going to start to move back into the growth stocks. It's not a matter of just completely not being in anything, Alden. It's just a matter of how much risk they want to take on and how much cash are they going to put into the market and how much cash is going to be in certain areas. Okay, I hope that helps answer your question. Folks, how many people here are, let me see real quick, how many people that are on the live stream right now are not members of True Trading Group? If you're not a member of TTG, do me a favor, type the letters TTG in chat right now. If you are not a member, if we have about 1,200 people that are still with us on this live stream, if you're not a member of True Trading Group, just go ahead right now, guys, and just type the letters TTG. I want to see who here is not a member of True Trading Group still. So let's see. We've got Lil E.T. We've got Cole Luliano. Yeah, just type TTG. We'll see who's not a member of the group. Adventures with Dale. Smooth Operator. All right, guys, so listen, all the people that are typing TTG right now, Vaughn, Manny Ramirez. Oof, I'm a Yankee fan, bro. I hate that name. The Down Boys. Balls, what's up? Yo, what's up, Wizard? What's going on, man? Hope you had a great New Year. Queen K, how are you? All right, guys, listen. All of you that are typing TTG that are not members, okay, again, I just want to make sure that you guys are all well aware of the discount you have available here this evening before we switch to the two-pay system. Zlad says, I'll be joining soon. Zlad, dude, tonight, or is that an L or an I? I can't tell. It might be Zaid. That might be an I. It's small for me. It is an I. Yeah, that is an I. So Zaid, tonight's the last night for the $1,000 price point. All right. So starting tomorrow, TTG moves to a two-pay system. So you'll pay $1,000 when you join, $1,000 6 months later. Tonight, it's $1,000 for the whole year. That's it. And you'll get the free laptop. There's only a couple of them left. You've got, let's see, 12 of the laptops are now remaining. Okay, so you have 12 laptops that are remaining. All right. And you guys get the one-on-one mentor session and you get the double your money back guarantee. That's for tonight. So you got to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121. All right. That's how you guys will be able to get the 54% discount, the free laptop, the one-on-one, and the double your money back guarantee. With that includes the entire curriculum and all of our tools. Okay. So when you guys are joining True Trading Group, you have to understand you are getting access to the entire platform. Okay. There's no upsell for courses. There's no upsell for tools. It's all included. So you get the entire 22 course curriculum, which is a simplified version of what I learned. Okay. When I worked at the hedge fund in New York, you're also going to get access to $5,000 worth of tools from some of the top companies in the industry, like Benzinga's Pro Newsfeed, Trading Views charts, Quote Media's Level 2, dark pool data, unusual options activity. Okay. Options flow, the Trade Ideas scanner, a simulator from ETNA, a trading journal, a social sentiment scanner, analyst ratings, insider buying, insider selling. Okay. All of this is included. Short data. It's all there when you guys join for just $1,000 here today. So you'll go to ttgoffer.com. You'll enter the coupon code TTG121. As long as you see a laptop in the checkout cart, that's how you know you're getting one. There's 12 left. You don't have to enter your address when you join. You'll get a welcome email with instructions how to claim that free laptop. You just have to enter that coupon code. The price you paid tonight, $1,000, that's the price you're locking in for life. So next time when it comes time to renew your membership, you'll only pay $1,000 to renew, even though next year the membership's over $2,000. You only pay $1,000. That's important because 78% of our members renew their membership, and I give you a double your money back guarantee. I put my money where my mouth is. I stand behind the platform that we've created. If you guys join TTG tonight, you'll pay $1,000. If you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, and attend the study group and still are unable to make $1,000 back at least once during your membership, I will give you back $2,000 and you can keep the free laptop. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com and enter that coupon code. But if you are a trial, previous trial, or previous member, and you guys want this deal, you have to send a text message to the number at the bottom of your screen. 786-505-4049. Text that number right now, and we'll whitelist your email. We'll make sure you guys get the $1,000 price point as well. All right. So there you guys have that. Let's head on over to the game plan for the week as the futures market is completely flat. We got to welcome Vita. Vita, welcome to the family. Folks, we're down to 11. These are going to start to fly once we get under 10. Everybody welcome Vita. Vita, 11 spots now remain. She's the newest member of the TTG family. Everybody welcome Vita. Welcome to the True Trading Group family. Go to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price drops to $1,000. You see the laptop, that's how you know you're getting one. If you go to ttgoffer.com, like even after this live stream is done airing, if you see the laptop, that's how you know you're getting one of the 11 that are still available, because once 11 more transactions are completed, the laptop will no longer be there. All right. Everybody welcome Vita. 11 spots left, guys. Okay, game plan for the week. What are we going to do with this market, man? This market has been in an absolute channel for the last several trading days. I mean, look at this. We have just gone sideways, right? I mean, look at this action, just sideways for the last 2 weeks. Sideways for the last 2 weeks. And the futures market just did a complete 180 and then bounced. So let me actually show you where we were, okay? Because when the futures market opened, right? When the futures market opened, let me show you, we actually opened the equivalent of the SPY. We opened here, right? So when the futures market opened, that's where we were, all the way up there. You're like, oh, wow, nice gap up to start the year. All right, let's go, right? And all of a sudden, that gap up very quickly turned into a red candle very quickly. And then that red candle turned into a deeper red candle, and you got all the way down to here. Literally, this just happened in the futures market. Then the futures bounced, and we bounced right back. Okay, we have bounced now right back up to here. Okay, so the equivalent to the SPY, now the SPY and the futures are not the same, but I'm just showing you on the chart on the SPY just for reference purposes of kind of what the futures market did. We gapped up, we sold off, now we bounced back, and now we are basically flat. So depending on what happens when we come out of the gate tomorrow, a couple of things that I want to pay attention to, right? Now, you have a pretty strong resistance level here, and I want to draw across for you guys right here on the SPY. Look at this resistance zone. It's like 383 up to 384, right? 383 up to 384. That's a key level of resistance. And what you will see, this is the daily chart, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 consecutive trading days. The last 5 trading days of the year, you will notice that we found resistance at this 383, 384 zone on the SPY. That is an extremely important level for the SPY. Okay, it's a very, very important level for the SPY. If that level does get broken to the upside, and honestly, with the futures market being flat, you really have to maintain a neutral stance going into this week to give yourself the leeway of the markets gapping up or gapping down while we are sleeping. Okay, right now we are flat. I do not know, okay? All right, I do not know where this futures session can take us while we're sleeping. You have China markets, European markets, they're all going to be open and trading while we are sleeping. So something could happen. You know, you could have a comment from the European Central Bank that could move the market. You can have comments from the Chinese government that can move the markets, okay? So I don't know what the futures are going to do, especially the way that they're moving around right now. That's insanely volatile. To be up 0.75 to down 0.35 to now be flat, that's all happened with only like a 3-hour time span. That's very, very, very volatile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch this level very, very closely. Tomorrow morning, if for some reason we're able to recover the gap up that we started with, all right, and you gap above this level, we gap above this level, I'm looking to be a buyer on pullbacks into 383. So watch for pullbacks to 383. If you gap up to 384, 385, watch that pull into 383, look for support 383, and then try to catch a bounce off 383. If 383 holds support, again, you have to gap above it though in order for this to be the case. So right now I'm giving you if this, then that scenarios with a neutral stance going into the week because I have to see how the futures market holds. So these are going to be the game plans. If you gap above this area, watch for the pullback to 383, watch 383 to hold support. If 383 holds support, then I think you'll start off 2023 with a push into the high 380s. And the high 380s is really the level that I want to see the markets get to because that to me is a very clean short, right? So if you can get that push right up into this area of 390, right? You push up towards 390. That to me is where I'm going to be looking to buy put options in the market and looking to short stocks to see for us to reject up there and then start to work ourselves back down to the downside. Okay. But you have to think the downside, in my opinion, if you get downside to start 2023, it is limited to the first 2 weeks of the year because on January 12th, you're going to get CPI data. The CPI data that you get on January 12th is going to be inflation data for the month of December, which I believe is going to, again, for the third month in a row, come in lighter than expected. So if you get a third month in a row of lighter than expected inflation data, the markets could see a bit of a boost on the back of the lighter than expected inflation data. And the markets coming to grips with inflation has really finally rolled over and the markets can move higher from there. But then once the markets move higher from there, I'm giving you a little bit longer of a deeper analysis. As the markets move higher from there, then the jobs numbers become very important. You probably see the job numbers begin to soften as all of the holiday part-time employment starts to go away and those jobs are now gone. The job openings are gone for the holidays. The people that were working part-time, gone for the holidays. and the jobless claims start to jump and the job openings start to go down, and that could shock the market a little bit, and then you'll have earnings. And then once you get into earnings, that's when the markets, in my opinion, will start to have a little bit of a hissy fit as companies give you guidance for 2023 that analysts in the markets I do not believe are going to like, and that's when the real next wave of downside can come. So if you get downside in the market to start 2023, I believe you only get it for about 2 weeks, because then you'll get the inflation number. The inflation number, I think, comes in light. The markets probably bounce from there, and then you wait on jobs and then earnings to give you the next leg to the downside. So that's how we're going to play that a little bit longer out. But when you're looking at this 383 level, again, you gap above it tomorrow, futures are flat. Anything could happen. You gap above that level tomorrow, I'm looking for pullbacks at 383, support, and then look for a push to 390 over the course of 2 to 3 days. Okay, I think you can probably ride that for 2 to 3 days if that level holds. Now, the flip side of that, if tomorrow we are red and we are still beneath this line that I have drawn on my screen, right? So this line, let me delete this. This line right here, this line, okay? If we open beneath this level, all right? So let's say I'll go to a 3-minute chart intraday just so we can kind of say, so here's that line, right, that I drew on the daily chart. So let's say we open up here, right? And then we push off the open, we push into this area, and everyone's like, yeah, we're green to start the month. Yeah, we're green. And then all of a sudden it fails at that level. Then at that point, you've got to be short against this level and then watch for us to drop back down into the bottom end of this channel. And again, this is a channel. You have a lot of support in this area. Look at that support in this area. Every time we get down there, we hold. So watch for a drop into the mid 370s off of that 383 if you can't get back above it. So tomorrow's open is going to be very, very important for us, depending on where we open off that 383 to determine, are we coming into this day going long? Are we going short? Usually I come into these weekly outlooks and I give you very specific, this is what I think, this is what I think. But with what I'm seeing in the futures market right now, the market's all over the place. The volatility is coming right back into this market. And we were up big, then we were down big, now we're flat. It's like, oh, okay, let's have 2 game plans. If this, then that type scenario. Let's remain neutral. Let's not be biased, and let's attack and take what the market gives us. And that is the game plan for tomorrow and the game plan for the rest of the week. You have some other important economic data that comes out during the week. And then January 12th is the big number. And that, my friends, is 10 days from now. And that is going to be your CPI number. And I believe that number comes in lighter than expected, but we might get a lot of volatility leading up to that number. Okay. Get it? Got it? Good. Folks, that wraps up the educational part of the live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Okay, I really hope you guys enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun for me. My TTG fam, we've got a lot more still to come in the preparation for 2023. We're going to have a workshop coming up here soon. I'm going to go over in detail the game plan for the year. We're going to go over the stocks that are on my shopping list that I plan on buying this year. And then, of course, you'll know the moment that I actually do start buying those stocks. You'll know exactly when that occurs, the price, the day, everything. You'll know it because I will certainly tell each and every single one of you. If you are not interested in a membership to True Trading Group at all, folks, you can sign off the live stream now. Before you go, subscribe, smash the like button, turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss these lives. You're going to learn a ton, I promise you. But if you are interested in a membership, let me actually show you the platform. You're going to spend $1,000. You're going to make an investment in yourself. That's what this is. Let me show you what that investment looks like and what it gets you. Don't forget, I'm making the investment with you. You join True Trading Group for $1,000. I'm also putting up $1,000. I'm going to give you double your money back guarantee. If you can't make the $1,000 back at least once after going through our courses, passing our quizzes, and attending a study group, I'll give you back $2,000. That's the deal. You put it up, I put it up. That's a fair trade. Let's show you what this membership comes with. The chat room, right? Obviously. The chat room is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades in real time. We're with you from pre-market till after hours. We're not just gone after an hour or two. There are 9 professional traders with you throughout every single trading day, answering questions, calling out trades, providing market commentary and analysis. You also get to use our mobile app. So if you can't be in front of your computer, we've got you covered. Use the mobile app, see the screen share, you'll listen to the audio analysis. You'll get real-time push notifications when a moderator enters or exits a trade. This way you can follow along with everything it is that we're doing inside of True Trading Group, and you guys can take advantage. Okay? So again, people that are asking about the giveaway, like I said, Adam is stuck on an airplane. He was supposed to get off the airplane, no joke, about 6 hours ago. And he is still on the airplane, or maybe he might have deplaned by now, but has to go through customs. So the giveaway is going to have to be tomorrow, guys. I don't have the software to spin the wheel of names in order to call it out for you guys. So right now, Joe is actually behind the scenes right now producing the live stream. It's not Adam. Adam's not here. So Adam was flying back from the Bahamas today. His flight was supposed to leave at 1 o'clock. I don't think he took off until like 6. And then when he landed, he's been on the tarmac for like 2-3 hours, waiting for the planes to get into Fort Customs. So we're going to have to do this another day. So tomorrow we'll do the giveaway for members that are asking about the giveaway. Back to what you guys get with the membership. So that's the chat room and the mobile app. You'll get 2 private study group sessions, so you guys can ask questions and get, speed up your learning curve. You're going to get Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed, right? Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed with the Squawk feature. This will cost you over $1,000 if you go to Benzinga directly. It's included with your membership. You're going to get Trading Views charts. That's about $600 a year. It's included with your membership. The Trade Idea Scanner, a few $100 a year, included with your membership. ETNA's simulator that lets you trade stocks, options, and now crypto and futures with fake money, so you can practice implementing what you're learning. Starting in January, we're adding crypto and futures. Please use the simulator before you risk your hard-earned money. Prove you can make money on the sim before you risk your hard-earned money. That would cost you just under $1,000 a year if you went to ETNA directly. It's included with your membership. You also get our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow. Very expensive data if you were to pay for it on your own. It's included with your membership. You get a trading journal that breaks your trading down to the numbers and statistics. You can see what you're doing wrong. A social sentiment scanner will tell you what stocks everyone's talking about on social media. You'll get analyst ratings for any stock you're interested in. You'll get insider buying, insider selling data, short data. It's all included. Every day, the mods publish a watch list for you, what stocks we're looking at with a game plan and how we plan on trading them, so you know where to focus your attention. And then you get all the courses. The courses are a simplified but expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it, we've got it. It's all in text and video, whatever is easier for you to learn. There are no VIP pro courses that cost more money after you join. There are no upsells for courses. Every course is included when you pay the $1,000. Remember, guys, tonight's the last night for that 54% discount. On top of the courses, you are going to get a video library that will give you access to 400 hours of workshops and webinars covering a variety of different trading and investing topics that we've done with members. And then you can attend these live once you become a full-time member. Guys, it's time you invested in something real. If whatever you've been doing in 2022 has not worked, you need to change. If nothing changes, then nothing changes. We got to welcome Sean. Sean, welcome to the family. Now we're down to 10. I told you once we get to 10, these are going to fly. Everybody welcome Sean. Sean's the newest member. Go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop to $1,000. You see a laptop, that's how you know you're getting one, but there's only 10 left. All right? There's only 10 left. Send a text message to 786-505-4049. If you have questions or if you are a previous trial, or previous member. Now, folks, listen, I can't guarantee that you're going to be successful just because you joined True Trading Group. But I can guarantee you that if you go through the courses, pass the quizzes, attend the study group, and can't make $1,000 back at least once during your membership, I'll give you back $2,000. That I can guarantee you. And if you're one of the next 10 people, you'll get a brand new free laptop with your membership and a one-on-one mentor session with any one of the pro trading mods at TTG. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com and enter the code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop to $1,000. And then tomorrow we start the 2-pay system. So starting tomorrow, it'll be $1,000 and $1,000 in 6 months. But today it's $1,000. That's it for the whole year. If you have any questions, you text that number at the bottom of the screen. We'd be more than happy to help answer any questions that you guys have. We cover the shipping for that free laptop. You don't have to enter your address. You'll get a welcome email after you join with instructions how to claim it. We ship anywhere in the world. Thanks for joining me tonight, folks. Thanks for joining me tonight. TTG fam, I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. Listen to me carefully. TTG members, we have a huge announcement for you tomorrow. We're also going to be doing the huge $5,000 giveaway tomorrow. But we also have a huge announcement for you tomorrow. So TTG fam, make sure you guys are ready. Get your butts in chat. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. My TTG fam, it's the first trading day of the new year. Let's make it count. I love you guys. Welcome to all of our new members. Again, ttgoffer.com, TTG121 coupon code. Subscribe to the channel, folks. If you haven't done so already, smash that like button. Turn on your notifications. You don't ever want to miss these lives. Have a great night, everybody. Happy New Year. Hope you guys are ready for a fun one. It's going to be wild. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Have a great night.